What up, dudes and dudettes? My name is Super Shiny and thank you for joining me today. We're playing the Isle Evrima on the map Gateway. Today we're surviving as a Ceratosaurus. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please drop a like and consider subscribing as it does help my channel grow. Anyway, let's head on in. Today we're going to be capturing a Ceratosaurus' life as a newborn, and if lucky enough in this vast and deadly isle, become a fierce predator. Born as a predator, a young Cerato is not off the menu for many carnivores, including its own. Cannibalism is very common among the Ceratos. It's the survival of the fittest. She heads down the South Plains, smelling multiple nutrients, in hopes to find an unclaimed corpse. The river's ravine has become a deadly battleground for food, but it's still one of the best places to get a diet as a young dino. Reaching the ravine, she notices a large Tenno, freshly killed, but with it, possible danger. Overambitious and hungry, she runs in head first without checking her surroundings. An adult Cerato, 5 feet away. She bolts off, hoping to not be next. Lucky for her, there's plenty of food around. A friendly call was made from the adult, and she was assured safety. While opening the Tenno body for organs, another Cerato swam across the river from a Carno kill. More and more Ceratos swam from the other side, a total of 4 adults and 2 juvies, a very large Cerato pack. She is invited to the group, and with it, the spoils. The Tenno body was finished, and so the pack had to move on to their next hunt. A long journey was ahead, to the next migration zone they traveled, and in these areas, food was more promising. An aviation building stood tall, a landmark to which the pack knew they were getting closer to the highlands. Water was under this bridge, a place far from dinos, but not far enough to be uninhabitable. Drinking water from any water source is not safe. More than likely, a water source will be infested with a dino. The Cerato pack was lucky this time. Resting for a moment, they knew they had to move on. Water was filled, but hunger was draining. Always hungry. And so they climbed towards the highlands. There was a steep pathway, but nothing a dino couldn't handle. The need of food drove the pack. Nothing would stop them in reaching the migration zone. Upon reaching the migration zone, a Tenontosaurus was caught on its own and without a herd. This should make an easy hunt for the large Cerato pack. Our Cerato knew she was too young to fight, so she sat back and hid in the brush. Having all the attention towards the Tenno, there was a group of Omniraptors that passed by. Whether they were curious or wanting to hunt the young ones, the juvie Ceratos huddled together. The Tenno ran up the mountain and got stuck for a few moments, being all out of stamina. It fought hard against the Ceratos, but death was inevitable. Trying to climb higher, it slipped down. With a few short cries in the thick brush, the Tenontosaurus took its last breath. Our little Cerato is steadily growing. Although not having a perfect diet, her stamina usage, sense of smell, and night vision are moderately better than those with a perfect diet. The Cerato pack traverses through a cavern in search of water. Close to dehydration, they march to the closest water source, Foot Lake. A beautiful scenery, Foot Lake is a known hotspot simply because of its scenic view. During a migration, every inch of this area is filled with dinosaurs. Although having a beautiful view, beauty comes with danger. The lake is infested with a large variety of dinos, big and small. Drinking here may come at a price, but our Cerato pack are in need of water. Although the youngest, she was one of the fiercest, second to retaliate in trying to break the adult free. The Cerato pack was no match for a full-grown dino. The dino tanked all the hits and swam away with an adult. A feast the dino will have, but the Ceratos are given an opportunity to drink. A Cerato from the group cries out, a roar to remember the lost. Resting momentarily, the Cerato pack had their sights on a full-grown Cerato, and so they decided to cross over a shallow part of the lake to confront it. She hides in a bush in case a fight breaks out against the lone Cerato, but in the confrontation, the Cerato pack decided to adopt the adult. Another full-grown dino. This time, our adult Cerato was quick enough to run away due to the dino's hastiness. This dino came onto land to show off its dominance. Our little one accepted the challenge, and did not want to be bullied, especially not on land, and so she showed her own aggression towards the dino. Nipped on her tail but pushing on, the Cerato pack eventually bullied the dino back into the lake. A small victory, but it took a lot of heart. It's not the size of the Cerato in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the Cerato. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a different format than what I normally do and took a lot longer than I had anticipated. So hitting that like button shows me how well you guys enjoyed it. And if you didn't, hit that dislike button twice to really show me you didn't. Also, consider subscribing to my channel as it does help my channel grow. And as always, have a nice day or night wherever you're from. Bye-bye!